Dana from Zero to Income here. We're doing a side-by-side comparison of Brilliant Directories and eDirectory. In this video, we're going to dive into the customer experience. There's two experiences that you have as a user. You have the customer experience as a customer user, and there's the admin experiences as the admin user. We're going to focus, first of all, on the customer experience. And the reason we focus on the customer experience first is we want to determine, does this platform solve a problem for my customer? Can my customer easily navigate and do the things that they need to do, even if I'm inconvenienced as an admin? I feel like that's okay, because if I have enough people paying for the platform, paying for what I'm offering them, then it should be a good experience for my user. And if I have to be a little bit inconvenienced, well, I look at that as being part of my own workload. Now, obviously, if the experience is great for the admin and the experience is great for the user, both, man, that's a win-win. But first of all, it's got to be a good experience for the user, because we want user retention. We want them to stick around. We want them to pay year after year for what we're offering, so that we can keep this thing going, let it grow, and all of that. So what I've done here, I'm on Log Home Network. We're going to first dive into Brilliant Directories, and then we're going to go look at the user experience side of eDirectory. So what I've done is I've logged in on the Log Home Network as a user. This is a test user that I have. It's an expired user. It's not set up with a verification, as you can see. And we're just going to ignore that this blue bar is even here, because normally that verification email would have been sent to the user and they would have clicked the link, and this wouldn't even be here. Okay, so what do we see? So normally, let's scroll a little bit. So we'd see the top bar here. We'd see our name in the top right corner. We can still search here for things. I'm not going to do that right now. We see, home, my member directory, join today, which are links that I have in in that top bar. And we're going to scroll down. So this is primarily what we're concerned with, this user experience. So what does this do for our customer? Let's walk around this, kind of like get the lay of the land, and then we'll go over to eDirectory and we'll do some comparison. So I see that I've got this image right here is my my logo image, or my profile image that's set up. And I can click this and I can say, well, what does this look like? If I click on the public listing, oh, it's not active. Okay, well, can't do that on this one. We'll look at a different one. I can change my membership plan. So here I can click this link and gives me the options for the plans that I have set up at loghome.net. I'm going to hit back. And that's an upsell, right? That's their upgrades, right? So if I was on the change membership plan, then I clicked on silver plan, and didn't have a discount, that would be $2,000 a year. But I can continue, and it would allow me to, enter a coupon code or whatever. So the dashboard, well, this is where I'm at. I'm at my dashboard. And if I open this up, manage listing, we're going to see that that's also the same over here. Basic information, profile photo, additional details about me, and service areas. Those are here. Service areas is an add-on. That's a $10 add-on that I added. I have certain customers that need to represent more than one service area. So that's an add-on feature that's in their system. Manage leads. So if I have leads that are attributed to this customer, then tagged to get to this customer, then they can go to manage leads. And right now it's just going to say you don't have any. That's okay. Manage reviews. So here's where they could reply to reviews and all of that. Moderate them. I don't have any reviews. Blog articles, community articles, coupons that I can offer a customer, events that I can put on the calendar, photo albums. Well, it looks like I do have a photo album. It's just got one photo in it. I'm sure it's this Log Home logo photo. And videos, you can add videos in here as well. So let's just hit on this. Photo albums, I've got one photo album. It says no images. Right. It's pretty sparse because I haven't done a whole lot to set this one up. Let me go back to my dashboard. And I've got those. I can write an article here if that's allowed on the plan that I'm on. I've got community article, coupons. Let's say I want to create a coupon. I could go in here and I could say what type of coupon it is, where they're going to go when they use the coupon, the maps, all of that work. This is tied to Google Maps. So I can put a description here, all sorts of stuff in here. So there's really a lot of room for a lot of detail. Add an image on that. Let me go back. And instead of going to well, let's do manage listing. Because this guy can do the same thing from here. I can get to each of those, right? So, like I said before, all of those buttons are over here that are on dashboard. So here, right? So I can get to the manage listing from here. Okay, so let's actually get down into this. Is the juicy stuff to me. This is where it all happens for the appearance of building out that listing and making it look good. So let's take a walk through what's available here. Then we'll take a walk through with what's available in eDirectory. Again, full disclosure, we are affiliates for Brilliant Directories. There's a coupon link, a link and a coupon code to get 30% off of Brilliant Directories. That's down in the description. You'll also see it in the first comment. We are not a affiliate for eDirectory at this time, at the time of this recording, but if that changes, you'll also see links to that down in the description. I do still want to keep these videos as unbiased as possible because I have used both platforms and I think there's a great benefit on each platform, their own specific things that they do super well. And we'll be uncovering those as we go through these videos. All right, so I'm on basic information. Now you see these tabs now, right? I like this because I don't have to go back. Let's go back to dashboard again. You see this right here for manage listing. So when you click on any one of these, it turns them into tabs, which I really like that because it makes it easier to navigate, in my opinion. Okay, enter your contact information. So I've got me, I've got phone number here, an email address for loghome.net. I'm the owner. I can do some sort of short description here. I can type in an address. I'm going to type in an address. Let's just do one in Maine. Let's just do Bangor, Maine. Then there you go. So it changes it on the map. So this shows up. This allows multiple places to show up on the map in the directory service and in the map of what's around you and all of that. So that's kind of cool. You can do more specific address lines here. External. Now, this is killer to me. They have a list of just a lot of great things. Okay, first of all, your website. We would expect that, right? You've got to have a website address if you're going to be a directory service provider. A booking link. Blog, Facebook, X, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. This is a great list. And when you have these filled in, this icon will automatically show in the listing. It doesn't pull a feed, by the way, for like Facebook, doesn't pull a feed into, at least not that I found yet, pull a feed into the listing, but it does show the Facebook icon. So somebody wants to click the Facebook link, they can go to your Facebook page and X and Twitter and all that stuff, which is really cool. And also great for the linking and SEO and the site maps and everything that gets created off of all the information that's provided. That's fantastic because you're going to get a lot of links that are from your website going to other places, a lot of other places. So that's going to be good for your Google, your ranking, all of that. So domain authority and all of that. Okay, so that's basic information. Let's go to profile photo. And I've got a profile photo here, and I can change that photo right here. I can delete the photo. Additional details. These are the categories. Now, you can, in this plan that I'm in, I can select up to 10 of these. And You can set these by plan. So if I want only, this might show up as only select 3 categories in like my bronze plan, right? Might show up as select 5 in my silver. So the user can select. And because I'm already categorized, it's only showing me the ones that have to do with log home manufacturing. So these are log home manufacturing. So if I categorized this person as a somebody that provides maintenance, then this would be a completely different set of things here. Okay. You can add a brochure, which I think is cool, CV or brochure. Curriculum vitae, I think when I hear that, I usually think of, resumes and that sort of thing. So I don't think that applies. You can add the PDF file here if you've got a brochure, a motto, you're established, your hours of operation, payments that you accept, credentials, if you've got any certifications and things like that, and awards. I'm going to show you a great example of somebody who filled this out, like did an awesome job in just a moment. About me, this is what's going to show up in your listing. This is a long description and it's very generous. You can use videos, you can use images, you can create links, you can change the font size, you can change the font color, all of that stuff, bullet lists and all of that, indentations, tables, all sorts of, it's really super, super flexible, right? Just is great to be able to offer that. Now you say, well, some people aren't going to take all advantage of all of that. I'm going to show you in just a minute somebody who did, and I think it looks fantastic. Service areas, this is an add-on that I had so that if somebody wanted to have more than one service location, they would be able to easily add it. So they can add the country, state, county, city, postal code, and they can put that in there. So let's say I do, yeah, I don't, well, let's do Maine. And I can add, well, empty location. You cannot list an empty location. Oh, because this isn't really a location. I'm just doing Maine. Bangor, Maine. Let's try that. There we go. And now see it filled in this information. So now you can add that to your listed locations. So you can say add and boom. Now it shows up here. I'm listed in one location right here, Bangor, Maine. So that's one service area location that I've got listed now associated to Log Home Network. Doesn't really matter in my case. I can delete it. She gone. And that's it. So here's the customer that I feel like really went all out and took their time to think about that, all the detail there. This is a public listing, by the way. I'm not showing you any backend information. So this is publicly what shows on their listing. So let's find them. Log Masters Restorations. So you see the logo. You've got, you can send them a message, the phone number, a contact form here, a quote. And this is where I think they just did awesome. Look at this. They've got another picture here. Trusted and insured, starting off with that. Contact us today. I mean, they've just got a ton of information. And look, they've got links in here that go back to their business, what to expect. This is the model customer. This is the customer you want to have on your site, because the lady who's connected with this outfit, she's just great, and she's very detailed. I mean, look at all of this data established in 2016. Now you're seeing some of that information that you filled out, for like your established hour of operations. All that stuff is showing up down here, and she took her time and she filled in all of these. Just excellent. This is the model of what you want somebody to do with their page. The only thing that might be a little different is that she did not go in and create a photo album. If she created a photo album up here, that'd be like knock it out of the park. But you'll notice like she put a video in here and everything, which fantastic, right? Integrated the video, just put it in, and that's great. So customer experience wise, I feel like the experience in Brilliant Directories is really good. And one of the examples is because this person actually took time to fill in all that information, and you can see the outcome from just taking the time to be thinking about your listing and what you're going to put in it or not. And that is just, that's great. That's what you want. Okay, let's go over to main vacations and okay, so now I'm logged in as a demo on main vacations. This is on eDirectory now. So now we're out of Brilliant Directories. We're now in eDirectory. I like this right here because it immediately pops out and says how complete is your listing. I think that's great. One thing that I don't see here, and I'm not sure exactly how it works on Brilliant Directories, is the ability to delete information. Like I've got this demo listing too, and if I click on this, these are my listings. I don't see a way to delete it. Like I want this to be gone. Well, how do I actually make it go away? I think I have to put in a support request on eDirectory. You know, I would be the one to take the action as an admin, because I'm looking at this like the customer would look at it. But I think that I would have to fill it out, contact the admin and say, hey, can you remove my listing? Now, if you're the kind of admin that doesn't want to be in the middle of that, then I mean that might be a question that you might want to ask of eDirectory to see if they figured that out. And again, I'm not exactly sure how that works on Brilliant Directories. Is there a way for me to delete my listing? I don't know, but on here, I have a way to make it invisible, to make it not show up, which I don't think eDirectory has that ability. Okay. So I've got these listings here, these demo listing 2. So I'm on demo listing, and I'm going to edit this in just a minute, but let's walk through what we see. We see the listing completion, add basic information, add photos and videos. It's telling me what to do, and it's giving me a link on where to go to fill in that information, which that's great. Over here, I can see my leads. It says we've got 198 viewers, 3 website views, 1 lead. So if I click here on leads, well, that lead, I don't know where it is, but nothing's happening. That is a bug. It's scrolling down. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's right here. It should be here. So, okay. This is a little bit buggy, the way that this works, right? Because it says no lead. Let's go to April 24. No. March. Nope. February. Nope. January. Oh, there it is. There's my test lead. Okay, see what I just had to go through to find that. I don't think that that's very intuitive. Seems to me that this would automatically show any lead that you have. And it would seem like the ability would be here to delete a lead that you don't want anymore. You want somebody you're taking off your radar. So I don't know that I favor that. I do really like the fact that they have this dashboard here, the way that this looks, the way that it gives some stats. I haven't got stats turned on in Brilliant Directories yet for them, but I that is a feature that I will be turning on. But again, it's a plugin that's $10, and I'm gonna wait and see if I might even just buy all the plugins at once pay the $95 a month on Brilliant Directories and get them all. So this is good. All right, let's get into the listing and actually edit the listing now. So let's go to this demo listing and hit edit. Okay, there's a cover image, which is cool. That's a little different because this one doesn't, there's no banner here. There is the logo right here, which I think is great, but a little bit different approach in eDirectory, and that is there's a cover image that goes on there, which is cool. Now the way that you add your you've got your title and you've got your categories is you hit the browse and then you go down here and you tell it which ones you want. And I've had customers complain about this because look, you click on these and they don't just automatically populate. You actually have to click the plus sign next to them. So I've had customers reach out to me saying, I can't figure out how to add my categories. And I've gone and looked. I'm like, oh, yeah, you got to click the blue plus sign next to them. So summary description. And okay, here again, we have very similar here, except there's no video icon for adding a video, but I can add an image, a table, a line break, numbered list, bulleted list, quotes, control font size, and all of that. So all of that is pretty similar to the way that it works in Brilliant Directories. The keywords, like you control keywords here. Now, Brilliant Directories handles that SEO for you for the most part. There might be a module or something to be able to tweak more, but my understanding from going through the initial documentation is that it kind of just it handles it. So you don't have to worry so much about trying to get SEO in place. Well, this is keywords for search. So if we go to mainvacations.com, that's keywords here on the search. That's how that works. So you kayak somebody's, if this listing was active and somebody typed in kayak rentals, this listing should pop up. So phone number and all of that, address, information, blah, blah, blah. And then these are upsells, right? Upgrade your plan, get instant messaging, upgrade your plan and get social networks, upgrade your plan and get access to icons that you can use on your listing, upgrade your plan and you can have access to the hours. Now we're down to the SEO stuff. So SEO title, all of that stuff, SEO keywords, SEO description. And then if you have a promotional code, you can put it on here so that, when your plan's renewing every month or whatever, you're getting a discount, every month that happens. Right now it says I've got an action I need to do in billing. This has also been something that has been very unclear for my customers is they'll see the billing and they'll see the one and they're confused, like they don't know what they're paying for. So if you check out here, it does tell you, but trying to get customers to use this is not great. I've had zero conversion with getting people to hit billing and checkout. Just doesn't. They're like, bill me, invoice, whatever. And I'll create an invoice. I can create an invoice in the back end. So from a user experience perspective, before we do that, let's dive into somebody that's probably taken more time than others to work on their site. And that is Blue Hill Bay Property Rentals, LLC. Now down here, an advantage that they have is that they can be associated. If you have associated listings, you can associate listings to another listing so that they can show up as options, which is great. However, you can't associate every listing with every other listing. There's a limitation to how that works with eDirectory. So there's one property. Let me go just do a search here, see if I can find somebody else. Freedom Cabin. So again, now we can see a little bit better detail. Like we've got links here that go places. We've got some information on here about different trailheads and hiking. And over here, we can see example of the social media, how that shows up on the page. The social media for Brilliant Directories is just basically an icon that takes them to Facebook. And here in eDirectory, it's an actual feed that shows up on the page. Twitter feeds show up the same way. Instagram feeds are broken. And I haven't heard an ETA of when that's going to get fixed, and maybe never. This pro tip, something is that I did with Google Tags manually. I've done some things on here manually on these pages to make them look a little bit more polished. One thing I'm not crazy about is the text here, because we've got a background banner image. There's less control over how the text appears over that. Like I bet you can't read this. It says fishing, mid-coast and islands, cabin rentals, log cabins. Not great. Also, what's not great is send a message here. So I kind of like created my own thing to do this, but it's custom code that I did myself. And I just find that people don't click this. Whereas over here, somebody is much more likely to fill this out because the form is right there on the screen already. It's not an extra click that they have to do. And it's like not clear. What does that mean? Send me an email? What is send a message? Is that just an email button? Oh, I don't want to send them an email, right? But if you knew if it was on page with a form with their logo, you might be like, oh yeah, I think I will send them a message, because now like, oh, it's not going to take me to my email client. So those are some differences as far as the customer's perspective. I am going to tell you, I've got a very clear opinion on this, and I know, I'm a Brilliant Directories affiliate. That. And there's a good reason for that. One of the reasons is that the user experience is way better, in my opinion. And the fact that I've had more people fill out more information all on their own without being coaxed to do it is proof of that. So when I go here to Log Home Network, and let me do a search. All right. Let's see. And the way that it formats these logos, I think is brilliant too. This one's a little cut off, but let's see. Every one of these except one or two are ones that, and I've got another page here. I think there's just 2 or 3 on the next page, or one. Every one of these, except for a couple, are people that went in and filled in their own information. I didn't have to do it for them. So that's this time saving on my end. So they filled out this information, and I really believe that the listing page looks way more professional with Brilliant Directories than it does with eDirectory. It looks just a little clunky. It almost looks a little like early 2000s ish with the way that the site layout is. But over here, it looks very modern. Of course, a lot of things can be tweaked and themed and everything, but out of the box, I didn't do much to this, and it just shows up great. So that is the back end experience of what you can expect your customers' experience to be like when they use eDirectory and Brilliant Directories. All right. Thank you very much. And be sure to subscribe if you want to be notified when the next video comes out. I hope you all have a great day.